Good day, my friends. Let's learn something new today.
Okay, let's go and have a look at today's lesson. Must, mustn't, don't, need to. Obligation and necessity. Welcome to this lesson. Today we'll explore how to express different levels of obligation and necessity in English. And once again, the lesson has been prepared by Alfred Grobler. Quite a nice little picture over here. Street, busy, quite a busy street, some people walking around here, and there's a lot of road signs over here. But anyhow, guys, let's dive into the lesson. Okay, let's go and have a look at expressing obligation and necessity. Mustn't, don't, need to. Okay, let's have a look at it. Firstly, must expresses a strong obligation, something you feel is necessary or required. You must go to school. You must go and eat, or you must do your homework. Righto, mustn't indicates prohibition. Prohibition, something that is not allowed. Righto, you mustn't park here. You mustn't write in your textbook. Things like that maybe. Righto. And don't need to shows a lack of necessity. Something that is optional. Right, you don't need to do it, but you can do it if you want to. Like for instance, if your teacher only gives you, let's say, six questions to answer, you can say you don't need to answer all of them, but it's up to you, huh? You can answer all of them, or you could just answer some of them. Right, or you don't need to. Righto, guys. Well, that's it. Let's move on. Okay, let's go and look at must for strong obligation. Okay, that is when you really feel very strongly about something and a guy must do it, or you really want somebody to do something, you'll say you must do it. Firstly, the structure is the subject plus must plus the base verb. For instance, we must go to school, or you must go to the shop now. Things like that, for instance. Internal obligation, I must study for the exam, or we must study for the exam. You must study for the exam, right? There's many ways of saying it. External rule, you must wear a seat belt. Yeah, if you don't wear one, you'll get a big fine. Strong advice, you must try this delicious cake. That would be nice, quite nice right now, eh? Some tea and cake. Righto, guys. That is the different times when you'll be using must. Okay, let's go have a look at must for prohibition. Okay, prohibition, for those of you that are not aware, is for it's not permitted to be done. The structure is once again the subject plus mustn't plus the base verb. Not allowed. You mustn't smoke here. It is strange to see in the later years how anti-smoking the world has become. Prohibited. We mustn't be late for the meeting. That you can see very clearly. You mustn't be late for the meeting. That means this is really not allowed. If you are late, you know, you could be maybe fired, or some real drastic action could be taken against you. It is just not allowed. Warning. You mustn't touch that wire, it's dangerous. Or don't touch that plate, it is hot. Something like that over there, right? That's just a warning. But prohibition is, I mean, honestly, you do not do it, don't even think of doing that, or whatever the case might be. Not allowed is not so strongly, but prohibited is definitely the strongest one between all three of them over there, guys. Righto. Okay, let's look at don't need to, lack of necessity. The structure, subject plus don't, or doesn't need to plus the base verb. The unnecessary, it's not necessary to do it maybe. You don't need to buy milk, we have some. Or you don't need to do all the questions like I told you just now. Optional, she doesn't need to work on Sunday. That means it's optional to work maybe overtime or something like that. There's no real need for you to do something. Right, or you don't need to go to the shop right now. We can go later, something like that. Okay, guys. Okay, like always, at some stage there's something for you to do. Righto guys, time to do some exercises. Righto, let's have a look at it. Practice exercise, fill in the blanks. Complete these sentences. And you must complete it over here. Righto, with must, mustn't, no need to. Righto guys. Like always, pause the video, grab hold of your notebook, take your time and start answering them. Try and do them all. If you get stuck and you're not sure, please just rewind the video a little bit and have a look again. And like always guys, I give you the first one. You must be quiet in the library, right? Anybody, if you've been to a library in the old days before internet and AI and all these things, people used to make a lot of use of libraries, and there of course you're not allowed to speak. It must be quiet inside a library because a lot of people are studying and concentrating, that's why. But in today's world, you've all got it on your internet, on your telephone at hand, so yeah, it has changed quite a bit. Now guys, there are 3 more for you to do. Please take your time and do them.
Hey, you must pause the video.
Okay, I assume that you paused the video and you are now very anxious to see the correct answers. So without any further ado, let's go and have a look at it. Righto, and of course, the first one was given to you, right? You must be quiet in the library. Check your answers. Caught me once again. Righto, and then number 2, I don't need to go to the store. We have food. Right, and number 3, students mustn't cheat. Right? On the exams or in the exams, right? And then of course, we don't need to hurry. We have plenty of time. Right, guys, you've got the answer to it. This one here could have different ones, right? Because it depends on the context. You could also say students don't cheat on exams, right? Or students mustn't cheat on exams. Either one, depending on the situation over here. Righto. Okay guys, let's go and look into some situational responses. As I explained to you in the previous slide, it depends on the situation, how you're going to respond or how you're going to answer. For instance, here's one where they say no parking between sometimes, maybe, peak hour traffic times maybe, or between the street numbers or whatever the case might be. But here it says no parking sign. You mustn't park here. If you park there and a traffic policeman comes by, he is going to give you a ticket that you'd have to go and pay. So yes, if you don't obey to the rule, you'll be losing some money. Plenty of time. You don't need to hurry, right? You can see the guy's got a lot of time. He's relaxed. There's no need for him to hurry to get something done. And of course, the boss's instruction. I must finish the report today. The boss wants it. So if it's not done by today, you can expect to have problems tomorrow with your boss. So that is very, very important, guys. Sometimes when it is, I must do something. Okay, and as we reach the end of the lesson, always we've got some key takeaways, things that we look at that makes the lesson wise necessary to do the lesson. What you would gain, put it this way. The first one, context matters, right? Yes. When you're looking at this lesson, the context or the situation is really matters, and it's important to be able to look at the situation, and from the situation you will see if you'll be using must or mustn't or don't need to. Righto guys, that is important to remember that one there. Secondly, 3 distinct meanings: obligation, prohibition, and lack of necessity. So those 3 things there are determined by the situation, right? So guys, it's worth it to watch this lesson maybe 2-3 times. I know I cut down on the amount of work that you should do, which is actually not nice, but due to the lack of people watching the complete video, I had to cut down on the amount of work I put down over there, because it's not worth my while going into all the effort, putting in a lot of work there and nobody is doing it. So I'd rather cut down on the amount of work. But yes, should you require more, you're welcome to climb onto a ChatGPT, Gemini, or something like that, and you can find a lot more worksheets over there. Thirdly, regular practice. Use in daily conversations. Guys, that I've been telling you always, every lesson I'm telling you that practice what you have learned. Remember, a must is obligation, a mustn't is prohibition, and don't need to is not necessary. Context helps you choose the right modal verb. Right, guys, and that's what we've been talking about the whole time over here in this lesson. And that is the context matters on how you'll be using these verbs. Right, guys. With that said, don't forget to buy me a cup of coffee or stick me a cup of coffee, guys, please. Without your support, I will not be able to continue making all these lessons, and I'm trying to bring as much educational lessons to everybody worldwide for free. But yes, it costs me money to keep it going, so please, guys, if you can afford to buy me a cup of coffee, please do so. It will be much appreciated.